Hey everyone, it finally warmed up enough here so I could come outside, but I want to remind you today that you are never alone. Hebrews 13:5, the second part says, I will never leave you nor forsake you. And Jesus said in Matthew 29:20, Lo, I am with you always, even to the ends of the world. If you are never alone and he's always with you, shouldn't you be including him in your everyday? Sometimes we go about our day and we neglect to talk with him, neglect to acknowledge that he's with us. I know I've talked about this many times before, but if you are serious about your relationship with God, I want you to remember, yes, it's great to have your alone time, your devotion time with God, where you spend just with God and his word and praying with him. But remember, he's with you all the time. He's watching you all the time. He sees what you're doing. He sees what you're not doing. But he really wants to just be your friend. He wants to communicate with you on a regular basis. If I walked out on the driveway with my children and we never talked, it's like, well, that's kind of crazy. Or if I don't know, go out to lunch with somebody and I'm sitting across the table with them and I don't talk with them and they don't talk with me, it's kind of silly, for lack of better words. But it's the same way with God. He's with us all the time. The Bible talks about, we meditate on his word and we take it with us when we talk about it, when we go by the way, when we sit down, when we rise up. It's the same thing with our relationship with him. Is at a moment's notice we can talk to him and ask him for advice, or ask him, oh, how do I handle this situation? Even if it's under your breath or in your mind, he hears you. He knows everything. So this week, and always, remember to include him in your everyday, when you're at work or when you're in your car or when you're going out shopping, or you just need help with anything. He's right with you all the time. He never leaves you nor forsakes you. There's a verse in 1 Thessalonians 5:17 says, pray without ceasing. And that's where this falls in, is we pray, we communicate with him without stopping, remembering that he's with us always, which is really cool, that he never leaves us. There was another verse I wanted to read to you. Well, I guess it's just in Joshua 1:5, and it's, as I was with Moses, so I will be with you. I will not fail you nor forsake you. It's just another reminder about how he's always with us. You never have to worry that you're alone. You never have to fear that, I don't know, maybe you feel alone. Maybe you don't have a whole big circle of people around you, but you're still never alone. We have no reason to fear, or we have no reason to not have direction in our life. We have no reason to feel afraid or lonely or have lack of joy, because he's always with us. And just like that, we can say, oh God, I need help with this, or oh God, how do I respond to what this person's saying to me, or how do I make this decision in life, or something happens and it's like, oh man, should I do this or should I not do that? God's with you. He will lead you when you are listening to him and when you're talking with him and walking with him. So remember that. That's one great advice to nurture your relationship with God, is remember he's always with you. You are never alone. Have a good week.